Okay, so with Avengers Doomsday, that is getting pretty close to start marketing pretty soon, and we could be getting our first trailer soon. That is rumored to be attached to Avatar: Fire and Ash. So for what I'm gonna do here in this video is give you guys like not only my trailer predictions, but how the marketing should work for this movie, because especially as we're in the state of right now for Marvel, and Avengers Doomsday needs all the hype that it can get, especially from trailer footage for how people should be getting excited, and it's especially with a trailer description for what we expect from the actual trailer itself. So a lot to talk about here in this video. And so if you're new, then be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so miss on any future vids. But now let's get to it right now. And so, with Avengers Doomsday, that is going to be the most expensive Marvel movie that they've ever made. On top of that, with Secret Wars, but sitting on top with Avengers Doomsday, and for how specifically the marketing campaign should go down is that they need to get the hype level up for the next Avengers movie. And if you with just the title alone, Avengers is like a big deal. And I think for what can like bring audiences in to be invested into the next Avengers movie, well, like we know from the big casting chair announcement that happened earlier this year back in March, and with Robert Downey Jr. that is set to come back as Doctor Doom, the main antagonist for both Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. And also just from the entirety of the cast, all the characters that are going to be in the movie. And I just do think that and they have to get the hype for this film like sooner rather than later. For what do I mean by that? Well, I think they should definitely give us our first look footage like a year ahead of time, and it's because they are really relying on this film, because especially from the slate of movies that the MCU has put out this year, and even though like this is like now another big deal for Avengers Doomsday. It's gonna be so big, and they already spent so much on this film, and I have no clue like how much they're gonna spend on marketing, but they have to do it well. And I just do think for the way that they can like get people excited for a new Avengers movie is get the trailer out sooner. And rumors are speculating that we could be getting our first teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday sooner than we thought, and it is rumored to be attached to Avatar: Fire and Ash. That's also a big movie that is under the Disney banner. And even though if you attach a teaser like that to one of the biggest, highest grossing franchises of all time, like Avatar, it will sure be worth the whole hype. And I'm not sure like how they're going to do that. Either they're going to exclusively show in theaters, it'll end up on social media platforms like YouTube like a couple of days later. But I just do know that, and getting an Avengers trailer out there sooner than later and marketing it like a year ahead of time should definitely get the hype up no matter what. And even with Marvel, that definitely has to make the big splash when it comes to a movie like Avengers Doomsday. And we don't know how big this movie is going to be, with every rumor, every detail, and every leak, and specifically what's going to be happening in the actual film itself. And Doctor Doom is going to be the main villain, just taking over the multiverse, and it's up to our heroes to defeat this threat. And I just do think that I think getting the marketing started early on can definitely raise the hype, but especially for what we've seen in movies now these days, they'll put out a teaser a year ahead of time, but then they just stop marketing it, and then once the movie does come around, it'll lose the momentum. But I think just getting like footage out to the public or being shown in front of an audience like a year ahead of time, it'll definitely raise the hype up. And I just do think for when we expect the marketing to get going, and yes, I think we'll get the first teaser, our first footage for the movie in front of Avatar: Fire and Ash. But there's also rumors that a Spider-Man Brand New Day teaser could be fitting there, but I don't know if that's really the case. And I do think that we'll do get the official, I don't know if it's the teaser or the official trailer during the Super Bowl, and then another trailer during San Diego Comic-Con next year in 2026, and then they'll put out tons of TV spots, and they'll show a lot more of the film once we get closer and closer to release. And even with Marvel's marketing plan, how it's going to be similar to Avengers Endgame, but I'm pretty sure they'll have like their own style, like their own uniqueness for how they're gonna just market Avengers Doomsday entirely. And we all know that this movie and this trailer is going to be surrounding Robert Downey Jr. and how we're going to get introduced to this version of Doctor Doom. And on top of with the trailer itself, we do have a description for what people described in the actual footage itself. And I just do think that take this with a huge grain of salt, because even people that are reporting on this is that we're going to see a whole lot of Doctor Doom in the first teaser trailer, and this is what they saw. The person who saw it said it's not finished, but the person was surprised by the amount of footage they showed of Doom in action. This is not a teaser trailer. You're gonna get not just a glimpse of Doom, you're gonna see Doom. And they also went on to say the way the character was described in terms of Downey's interpretation is a classic universal monster like the Phantom of the Opera. It's a tragic figure and a broken figure, and a part of it is his armor. Doom must have the armor because he has a broken body. And now, if this is remaining true, and we're not just going to get like full glimpses of Doctor Doom, like multiple camera shots, but no, we're going to see a full look at Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. And I think general audiences know that they're not fully sold on this version of Doctor Doom yet, but we've seen our first look at Doctor Doom plenty of times at like Disney Expo exhibits in like foreign countries, but we just need to get like first a full look at Robert Downey Jr. as a Victor Von Doom, and boom, people are already sold on Avengers Doomsday. But I just do think that they have to show him, like otherwise people will not be interested. The momentum won't get going, and even though this is slated to come out December 18th, 2026, and they just have to get it started. But I just do think that they will nail it every single way. But now, and on top of that, with Marvel, that they have edited multiple versions of the trailer itself. And now, this is coming from Christian Harloff, and for what he has said about the edited versions of the trailer, which one of them are rumored to be attached to Avatar Fire and Ash. And here's what he had to say in quotes. And so he said that one version of the trailer features Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter, though not suited up in any superhero costumes. He also went on to say that Sir Patrick Stewart's return as Professor Xavier is expected to mark the legendary actor's final role before he retires, that three planets are colliding, the final multiversal incursion, although it will result in the creation of Battleworld in the movie. And that's all we have here, is that I think they should definitely like have which one of these edited trailers could be shown like so much revealing stuff before the movie even comes out, but I'm not really sure of it. Also, I want to say is that if this is indeed Patrick Stewart's last time stepping into the character of Professor Xavier and putting it to bed, and this is indeed like his last role before he retires from acting, and I think we're in for a real treat. And even in that description, what I said, that if this is indeed true with Chris Evans and Haley Atwell being teasers that we ever see in the movie, and I think it's been like confirmed if they actually do show it, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But from my overall perspective and my takeaway from all this is that Marvel has to market this movie right. It is an Avengers movie at the end of the day, and especially with people that are, I don't know if they're burnt out on the MCU now, but attaching a trailer like Avengers in front of Avatar Fire and Ash is definitely going to get the hype going, and marking this for a December 2026 release date is definitely going to get the hype going sooner than we think. And so I think for my final thoughts is that I think they should release the trailer like sooner than later, and I think we are going to get multiple trailers for Avengers Doomsday and to get the momentum of hype going, and I think we'll be in for one heck of a treat when it comes to Avengers Doomsday coming out December 18th of 2026 as well. But that's gonna do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments down below, and what do you make of all this, and what are your expectations for the Avengers Doomsday trailer, and how are you feeling about these rumored descriptions? What trailer versions is Marvel gonna show in theaters? But just let me know all in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to turn on notifications for future videos. Also follow all my social medias on link down below. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.